rollout, um, what I'll typically do is, there's like 3 doors, you can go through. Um, what I actually like doing is I like to send my Pocket Scout like through here. So like I like the start of the game, I'll actually have my Pocket Scout run this way. Come here, get a buff while your medic's crossing right here, and then your medic will just heal like your demo and both your soldiers through main, right? And then
So is
your
the
soldiers
goal
through.
to get better sights as Pocket Scout,
The
or
goal, it's kind of two things. The first one is if I'm playing Pocket Scout and I come here, it makes it really easy for my medic to heal both my soldiers on the entire rollout, right?
okay?
Which means like by the time my soldiers are like rolling out through main and one can like jump up, jump up the cliff and one can like jump up to like, concrete and then be ready to
Mm-hmm.
play. Your Pocket Scout, gotta make that fuck. You can do that. But your Pocket Scout who will be running this way, like on cliff, can very easily just like jump up right here and have turbo high ground and see the entire game, right?
Right.
And
Okay.
whenever your team's like you're ready to push off like the soldier bombs, he can drop down and then play aside and still have crit heals and whatnot, right?
Okay. That seems pretty
Um,
effective.
so and this is also really good because if a soldier tries to like bomb like your cliff really quickly, like this is really hard for him to kind of hit you because you can like drop down and then play him like this, and you can also like come up here and do this to him, right? So your Pocket Scout can do that. Everybody else will pretty much just kind of like I think what I personally like doing is we come this way and I don't like playing through main as like a team. I think playing
I'm
through
not a
main
big fan either.
if like real quick, so I just like to shift my demo. What I'll do typically is because my Pocket Scout's like right here, you can have your medic buff your scout, come up here, heal your demo, look the buff your scout up here, and then play over here on like slope. And then
Okay.
your flank scout can either play through main and kind of play like right here and play on concrete with like your roamer, or you can play more kind of on point. You have like a scout kind of playing on slope with your demo, and one scout just
Okay.
kind of chilling up on cliff, um, on like that rollout. And I think that's pretty much like just a good standard. Um, if you guys don't like having a scout roll out this way, you can just honestly like I mean, if you really don't care about like to heal min max that kind of thing, you can just have your whole team barrel out main. You can do like the what just like the fucking Highlander rollout where you have like people come main, their soldier can jump up here on the cliff, and when your combo comes far left and your flank goes like kind of in main or like in the right here. The big thing I think is just kind of like playing off your soldier bombs on mid. Like this is a very similar mid to not Gully Wash. Oh yeah, actually it is. Yeah, sorry. Very similar to Gully Wash because you don't rotate and you're kind of trying to start your point push with your soldiers in the air, right?
Okay.
How'd your Gully Wash match go, by the way? Was it all right?
We lost 4-5, I think. So
4
not
5. Well,
terrible.
it's good points though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't too
Uh,
bad.
yeah. So what I'd recommend is just that. Any questions on the rollout or like what your class is doing? Not like.
I would definitely say as the soldier, playing roamer, like, what's the goal as far as immediately getting to mid?
So that's kind of like the the like golden question, right? That's kind of like you got to ask ourselves, what are we trying to do, um, with our soldier bombs, like on mid? I think that should
Yeah.
be the kind of thing that you guys should talk about a lot. Like say, hey, on mid, this is our like one plan with our soldiers, and this is what we're like gonna try and be doing, right?
Okay.
So some teams are like, hey, let's prioritize bombing the net on mid, or let's try and bomb the demo, or we'll have one soldier bomb on China and one soldier like land on the demo. There's a lot you can do with it, and I think both of your soldiers kind of need to understand like what each one is doing. You both go at the same time, and your team is like with you, right?
Okay.
Like your soldiers aren't gonna ask for the bomb. Your soldiers are more so gonna be like giving your team notice on when they're bombing and what they're landing on before they go,
Right.
right?
Okay, so definitely making sure I call who I'm gonna be planning on landing on
Yeah.
and keeping
Which
everyone.
one to you have 2 main soldiers or you have 1
Yeah, we have 2. I'm the
prio?
roamer, and
Okay.
then Pink is pocket.
Okay. Which one of you 2 usually bombs first on mids?
Um, I think me most of the time, especially on product, I tend to run it down pretty quickly.
Okay. So, what I think would be good is that we, like, get to our mid positions, like, kinda on slope, right? Like, Med's just kinda chilling here with, like, a demo and your scout could be chilling up here and whatnot. Um, and, you're just kinda, like, holding position for, like, your soldiers to bomb. Like, you have 1 soldier here, just kinda, like, get ready to go, right? You can go here and do something like that, right? Or you can, like I think having a soldier, like, your pocket probably, just kinda roll out here, kinda jump up here and kinda spam a little bit, and then just kinda play up here to kinda wait and stay healthy, and spam point is really good. And whenever you guys are ready to go, like, you can just kinda, go off that and whatnot. You can even, like, fuck up the skip and land in a good spot, right?
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
um, and then the other guy, like, he has this whole wall, like, you can do a whole lot off the wall if you want to. If you just wanna whoop, whoop, do that, that's fine. Um, or you can just, like, push connector and bomb up their concrete if that's available to you as
Yeah, there's a
well.
lot of options, so I'm
Um,
assuming the priority is making sure that everyone's synchronous
the
with
pri
that.
the priority is making sure, like, your team is pushing with your bomb, not after,
Yeah.
right? So that's kinda, like, the big thing on, like, a lot of your pushes and, like, on a lot of, a lot of your pushes and a lot of, like, your drives will kinda be like that, right? So the big thing is keep in mind is that, hey, we're gonna have our soldier play on cliff, right? And just gotta spam point passively. Okay, we're bombing in 3, 2, 1. Okay, bombing now. You're in, right? And then you kind of know what you're landing on, and you guys go together, right?
Got it. Okay.
If you guys like to kill the med and like kind of have your med bait a little bit, I think that's fine. Like if you know, hey, we're landing on med, like your med can kind of like play up like right here a little bit, and give your scout a little bit more heals, and then you guys back up. That's good to do. If you're landing on demo, you can try and play on point a bit quicker because if that demo dies and you're on point, there's not a whole lot stopping your scouts from just going crazy, right?
Right.
Um, One thing I think for your demo and like for your scouts to keep in mind is like more so pocket scout is that your demo should always kind of call aside as to, like what he's pushing, right? So like if your
Yeah,
demo wants to push left, always call her pushing left. If you want to push right, you can push right. You can cross from left to right on point and have it be pretty okay. Your medic really shouldn't follow that rule because if like your demo is playing right here and your medic wants to kind of hang behind your demo from like here, you have to like walk forward with like into a pretty shitty spam area. So anytime like your demo calls aside and wants to swing to another side, your medic should just swing back around rock right here and then play right here instead. So you're not
Okay,
eating as
so
much
it's more
spam.
important to keep cover in that situation.
Yeah, and then your scout, like your pocket scout, should pretty much always be on the same side as your demo, um, and kind of space it out. So if like your demo is walking wide on Dogbrand right here, then your pocket scout's just playing narrow right here, right, or like vice versa, or even kind of playing cap. Um, and then your flank scout is just kind of like playing on like the off angle most of the time, shooting whatever like your soldiers are gonna be bombing. A lot of the time, like that's kind of like your whole flank scout job is. I'm gonna shoot what my soldiers are bombing, and then if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna play with my medic to shoot their soldiers, kind of thing, right?
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I mean that's like I wish I could highlight more on mids, but I feel like it's kind of up to your team on like how like basically like the way you get to mid is linear, the way you bomb is pretty linear, right? Like you can even have a soldier like sit up here for a couple seconds and then just like try and do this if you want to too. That's super okay to do as well. The method of you getting in is pretty varied, but at the end of the day, as long as like no one's baiting, like you're doing a fine job, right?
Okay.
Um, you really just need to like coordinate it and have people like actually commit off the bomb, and you guys are kind of all agreeing like this is what we are killing on the mid kind of thing, right? Like if you notice their demo is playing really forward on point most mids, and he's faster than your demo, and he's already like past your boxes, you should probably land on that guy, right? Um, or like if their med just automatically goes behind rock and sits right here the entire time, 2 soldiers will evaporate that guy, right?
Yeah,
If their
they'll
med likes
just
to play
easily
Beatty,
easily
then
killed.
you can do something else, right? That's super okay to do. Um, you know, you can do that. You can do a mid where like you have one soldier go behind and then like rebomb, right? So your roamer will come here and he can go off the wall, right? And you can just kind of like do one of these, right? Land here, rebomb back in, kind of thing. Like you can do something like that if you want to. Plenty of options, you know.
Absolutely.
Any questions on general mid planning? I usually like I would never recommend playing like right here unless you're looking to leave or like you are rotating. I think play on slopes is a lot stronger for your team in general,
I
and your
mean,
pocket
yeah,
scout
I
can
don't think I
also
have
just.
any particular questions from it. I think they've been decent. I think um definitely holding the point has been a little
Okay.
bit of a struggle.
Have we talked about defaults for our soldiers on mid?
I
Uh
mean that's I'm kind of purposely like leaving that up to like both your soldiers because like
yeah, we need
their
to have everyone
positions
here
are
to be able to coordinate that.
their positions are like clear, like because they either will sit here on like one on concrete, one on cliff, and then you guys go right. Um, but the biggest thing is just making sure you guys know like what you're landing on, right? Like you're either doing that or
Yeah.
like you know like as long as you're both not like going behind on the mid, like that's like the most important thing. Like or
Yeah.
like one guy goes behind, the other guy like you know doesn't. I mean, you could try and do a thing where like, hey, I want our pocket to go behind on mid, so you have this soldier like come up here and bomb like this to like fade away, and then the other guy goes right. Then this guy will get rehealed really quickly, jump over here, help spam, and then on like the rebomb, then you go kind of thing, right?
Mhm.
You could do something like that if you really wanted to. A lot of options, I think, just to start. Keep it basic, keep it really simple. Let's just do, double soldier bomb landing on their medic. And let's just start from there. And
Yeah, I
then
can do that. It's
remember,
easy
like
enough.
your team should be pushing off of the soldier. Like your soldier should be like I'm bombing in three. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I'm bombing or I'm in, and then you guys should be like walking immediately, right?
Okay.
Like that's where like your flank scout should try to look to like shoot whatever is like shooting the soldiers, and your demo and scout should look to play like either on the left side or right side of point, depending on what side they want, and you just go off that, and that'll be like our level 1, and you guys can add on to that. Pretty simple, right?
Yeah, I can probably just keep the default for now as bombing the medic and then
Yeah, both your
just
soldiers
just
should
go from there. Yeah, I'll make sure Pink is on the same page.
Oh, I've been working on that bomb for a little bit. Highlander, fucking goated. Give it heavy with you. Okay. Yeah. If you guys want to play like a slower mid, you can just have one soldier play like top right, one play top left. You can both just like spam the fuck out of point and then counter bomb, right? Like that's kind of like the passive mid strat. But
Okay.
all right. You guys said holding point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So holding point. Well, there's like a couple ways to do it. I think I will start really far forward and then go from there, right?
Okay.
So if you guys want to do the forward hold, it's pretty simple. You have a demo and a flank scout right here. Your flank scout will more so just gotta be playing on like the bridge right here to
Right.
make sure like nothing can run at your like demo. You're like bottom right. And your demo can pretty much like solo hold this, right? There's like nothing they can really do to stop it. Um this is pretty much all he's staring at the entire time. So we do that. This is the forward hold. So you have your demo, flank scout, um, medic, scout, 2 soldiers. and then you just kind of go, right? Um,
Okay.
Basically, you're gonna have like both your soldiers just kind of watch this little elbow right here. If they try to walk out that way, and then you have your Fog Scout will pretty much just gonna be playing back right here to kind of spot like main and whatnot. And if it's seen like, hey, they're trying to push out main, then your soldiers gonna rotate their spam like right here and whatnot, and then you just have your scout watch this instead, right? That's all it is.
Got it.
Um, if it's called they're all going cliff, then you just back up the point, support your demo. Or you can try and meet them if like your demo's stuffing the fuck out of them. So like what might happen sometimes is like, hey, they're trying to push out on your demo. Okay, well we're just gonna rotate this way. Have a soldier jump up here and just have like one soldier be like a spam guy. One soldier will watch main to make sure you guys don't get wrapped, and your box guy will just kind of chill like right up here and kind
Yeah,
of
I
help
was gonna
speed up
say,
damage.
as the roamer, would it be advantageous to play more with high ground?
During the forward hold or like during the rotation.
During the forward hold, and I guess
I mean the
yeah,
forward hold is like
more
you
speed
basically
with
just
that.
have two soldiers here stuffing the fuck out of them, and if they try and like fight you or contest you here with no pyro, then they're just gonna get like mulched, right? You basically have spam on like two of the smallest doors possible, and if you like your scouts here spotting this guy in main and you see like a demo try and walk main, then you just have like soldiers spam this instead, right? And if there's like two rockets just falling constantly on this, then you know they kind of get fucked by it, you know.
Yeah.
Um, your your other soldier, like if your roamer wants to like, you know, if we have like a pocket scout here and like we have two soldiers here and it's called they're pushing main, you can have a soldier jump up here and start spamming like this, right? I think that's fine. Like one soldier right here and then one soldier just kind of
Yeah.
plays right here with like the beam. Like I think that's fine. And once they give up, you come back this way and just start like double spamming. And one thing
Okay.
you
Yeah,
can do
that's
too,
definitely
if
helpful.
you ever want information, you can jump up here and call what you're doing in spawn.
Okay, that's good to know.
Um, this is good to know if like if hey do they have a pyro? Oh, they do have a pyro. Okay, cool. Right. But yeah, I mean,
So, if they do
and
have a
like yours.
pyro,
What's up? What's up?
what should the reaction be to that, especially if they're
Um,
trying to make an active push?
you can honestly just like have your scout shoot the pyro and be okay.
Yeah, I
Because
mean
the pyro
that's
really just needs to hit like one reflect, and then that's like the counterplay to it. Like having the pyro is like good counterplay. Because if your pyro hits like one good reflect and on like a soldier that's like forward holding right here, and like your scout hits that guy, then he's probably dead, right? And then you can push off that and make it pretty easy. Um,
okay.
it's just kind of up to you guys on how you want to deal with it. Like some teams will like trade their scout for a soldier and have a soldier play right here instead, and have two scouts and a soldier right here, and just like double hit scan the pyro down and then rotate back. But sometimes the pyro just fucks up the air blast, and if as long as your soldiers are coordinating the spam on him, and your scouts ready to shoot him, then you can play it up. You also have like a scout rotate more forward right here, and have a guy watch this instead.
Okay.
So yeah, that's like this is like the forward hold. If you guys need to leave, just back up through here. I would leave if like your demo dies, and basically like if you guys have no demo, it's kind of hard to hold like this cliff because
Yeah.
the soldier only has 4 rockets to kind of stop it before they flood through, so you're kind of forced to just back up and live and whatnot. Um, any
Yeah,
questions on
so
the forward hold
for
at all?
the ideal forward hold, we want all 6 people
Yeah,
on board when you start. Okay.
you guys aren't playing sniper full time, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's like a playstyle preference. I think it's probably like really good. But if you don't have like if you don't have a sniper player,
I mean, I
I
can
don't
give it
know.
a shot. It's just uh not
Well,
as
I mean, you could have like one of your scouts do it, and then you have like one of your soldiers play scout too. Like that's fine.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I think full-time sniper on this map is definitely ideal. Um, but just since we don't have a lot of scout presence at the moment, I'm not uh super thrilled about that idea.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Okay. So if you guys are evens and you have point, what I recommend is having a scout right here, one soldier right here. Medic and demo can kind of play on point, like right here. Flank scout, roamer, kind of right here. Your roamer can play right here and spot a lot, right? You can see them
Concrete
here.
gameplay. Okay.
Yeah. Concrete. And you're just kind of here to like spot, see what's going on. Your pocket can play like on the rock right here or play on like cliff itself. As long as you guys are spotting and like as you can see like which doorway they're going through, so you can rotate, that's really good, right?
Yeah.
Like if like your pocket's right here spotting this main area and you have, you have your roamer on this box, like you can play here and spot main or you can play here and spot like cliff, right? It kind of helps like determine what side you want to play on, and like you're like pocket, you're like flank scout can kind of play like a little bit spotty if you want to like kind of come here and see what's going on, then run away. Like that's fine to do as well. Basically, you're just kind of shifting to whatever side they're going on and trying to stop them from getting in for free. So like
Okay.
you don't want them to like really get past this line without being bombed or like being like hard committed on. A lot of times if it's like even, right?
Yeah, I think that would be a nice visual to know, especially
Like
with
usually there's like
more
lines where
traditional
like
holds.
if like they're in pocket, you can collapse the fuck out of them. If they're like kind of back here, you're kind of just spamming and not committing on anything because they can kite back pretty easily and bait you, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I would say like once the medics kind of pass here, like past porch or whatnot, and they're kind of walking up slope. You guys are probably playing back on your side anyway. But having a scout here is really good because he can see like he can see basic cliff. If they try and bomb anything, like he can see it really easily. Um, very easy to support people on cliff and whatnot. This soldier,
Would it
no,
be
what's up?
would it be reasonable to then swap the roamer with the flank scout in that sense? That then if they do start bombing, I could help deny that.
If swap the roamer with the flank scout. I mean, your flank scout is kind of like it's kind of like intuition, really. Like if it's even and they're stacking, you can play tighter to med. You're kind of free to do a lot on this hold, but you on concrete just kind of help. Like one, you're kind of helping spot like a little bit more, right? And if you're just kind of chilling like right here the entire time, it's very easy for your medic to still kind of heal you and whatnot, right? Like you
Yeah.
can still stuff bombs relatively easily from this position, right? And you have your scout chilling just kind of right here. So it's I think having two on this side is good because if you like want to do a play where hey they're walking porch, okay, hey let's buff our flank so they can wrap. You can have like a thing where like you have your roamer kind of bomb over here and whatnot, and then your scout can kind of run up behind them and you guys just try and catch them like right here, kind of thing. Like you could totally do something like that, or you can be like hey. Uh, They like to send 5 in porch and 1 on concrete. Let's get buffs and try and kill the guy concrete. So you just like get a buff. Your soldier like bombs deep on the guy right here, kind of behind him, and then your scout runs up and you clean up that kill, and now you have 2 behind, right?
Yeah, it
And then
seems like
from there, like
there's a
your
lot of
roamer can like
options to cut people off when they're trying to
yeah.
push.
So that holds good because if you like one, like you can spot like where their like where the majority of their team is, and two, like you can very much like also, if your pocket's getting shit on, you can just chill up here and get healed a lot more and spam down. Just get arrowed and whatnot. And your demo can shift spam to stop him from getting harassed. You can also drop down, get buffed, get healed, and jump back up again. It'd be pretty alright. But the like big thing is like you're spotting to see like who's isolated, and then you can kind of like buff your flank to go kill those people, right?
Got it.
Like, oh hey, their flank's like not buffed on the flank. Let's have our buffed flank go kill them, right? And you just kind of coordinate it from there. If they like get through, it's okay to give up space if you like lose a pick or like if they get through too easily. If they get through on slope, you can just play back on point right here. Like play on point fine. If they get behind rock, you can also play behind your rock and play it like a mid, right? And you just go from there. Like in like an ideal world, right?
Out of the holds, which would you say is the best to look for?
But
Like,
every forward holds are really good and can win you rounds outright, so they're always good to try and do.
okay, so that should be the goal
Yeah,
ultimately.
forward holds are really good. Um, This hole is really good because if you have like 6, if it's evens and you're up and they're up, it's good to play up here. And you can even have like a soldier, like your pocket can play up here and spam really early and then jump away and call. Right? You're getting information really early, and you can react a lot faster if like you're close, right? Whereas if like you're playing like anti-stack or passive, like that would just kind of be like well, you're playing on your side mostly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just like maybe one soldier on your cliff, one soldier on your This is my favorite demo rollout, honestly. Wensiki, Waddle, GG. If you guys are playing more on your side, like having a scout up here and just kind of spotting where they're going is like really good, right? Scout on the rock. Basically, your pocket scout it's gonna love this rock, right? You can call hey
Right.
their main, hey their valley, or hey their slope. Your demo can ship spam to meet them, right? Basically if like you're playing this kind of passive position with like your scout, your demo, your medic, probably have like a flank scout kind of play on like the off angle, or play even more like with like your roamer right here. That you have like a pocket just like on cliff spamming, right? Or even kind of playing like right here on like the sheet metal and spamming and whatnot. Like you're just kind of
Yeah, I
either
see.
waiting, you're like waiting for them to fuck up, or you're like letting them in to kind of do like that bomb again, right?
Okay.
And it's basically the exact same setup, right? Um, you're just kind of trying to spot what's in, what's going where, and then your pocket scout hopefully is calling like what's isolated, what like your players can go on, if their demo's like getting baited or like where their medic's playing. If they're all behind rock, you can just kind of chill for a bomb, and then you guys can play off the bomb and then pressure aside, right? Hey, we're bombing in 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. We bomb. My demo walks forward, right? And then you guys just kind of go off that, right?
Yeah, okay, I
Um,
see.
you're just kind of here either playing spam, playing to like bait their bomb, or playing to like bait them into a position where like your soldiers can get value. Kind of up to you, depending on the ad, really.
Especially
If it's
when if we already have 6 people, what's like I feel like playing, my intuition says that playing that far back would be a lot more risky.
depends on the ad, because like if they have ad, you don't want to play this forward, right?
Right.
Because you'll get caught by like a demo or some shit, right? If you're like down, like 2 soldiers, you really can't afford to play this close because you're down spam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like if it's like you're playing right here with like a demo and 2 scouts or something like that, like they have numbers at and you're just kind of playing passive, like it's very easy just to bail. You know what I mean? And then
Okay.
play your spawns instead of staggering, right?
Right.
You should always look to kind of play forward if you have point, but this is also like pretty similar to like how you would play like a neutral and a mid almost, right?
Yeah.
Um, and it's not like you're here playing like a super long fight too. Like your soldiers are pretty much like setting the pace on that, right? Like you can bomb off damage or bomb off good spam or bomb off like a pick, right? Like there's like a lot of options. And again, like you could have that roamer like come here and bomb behind and whatnot, and then he can like rebomb back the same way you came or something like that too. Um, I would say like you're probably doing it like really wrong if everyone's just kind of sitting behind rock like this and not really like trying to peek and spam and whatnot. Because the thing with this hold is like the scout, demo, soldier, scout like spread like horizontally here means you all have good angles on like the point. And if somebody walks too far forward, they can get shot at pretty easily. And it's very easy for like your demo and medic and scout to swing to either side they go, right?
I see. Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you play too close and somebody dies, you're not watching a door, then you're just asking for your men to get forced, right? And that's pretty unfavorable. Do you guys know how like the call spawn timers work? Like, you guys know like don't delay our med kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that can kind of be used in reverse too. So with cost, you got to think like, hey, if we have point and they cap you guys, if like somebody dies, you get shorter respawn. So one thing that's really good to try and do a lot of time on like a map like this, like any kind of cost map, is like, hey, they got through and had a really good post, and we're still like 4 alive, and they're capping. We can probably afford to sack 2 and build, right? Because if
Yeah,
you
just do
guys
kind of
sack,
like a reactive half 4-man
yeah,
kind of thing.
well, yeah, and if you guys have point and die and they cap, you get shorter spawn times because you're technically on offense at that point, and the game will give you like
Yeah.
3-4 seconds off sometimes,
So you should
which
be
is really
trying
good.
to make use of that more
Yeah, and you're
frequently.
pretty much just looking for like any kind of trade you can get, or like if you're on discount, you're trying to force the medic or whatever, right?
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so learning how to play the cap time is really, really important.
Got it.
Just in general. Sometimes it's worth also like not like delaying to get everybody back, but you know, Koth is like it is more about how well you play the objective, not so much how you DM, right? Because I've seen teams with like worse DM beat teams with like better DM
Mhm.
on like product because they played GD objective a lot better, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you're just trying to stall and like get seconds off, which can mean a lot. I don't think like trap stuff for your demo.
So what would you say, are there any other mistakes you'd say you see a lot of people make, especially like in perspective of the objective?
I mean, usually it's just kind of like delaying people when they shouldn't, or not delaying whenever they should. You
So
know,
just not using that mechanic enough.
yeah, that's like a big one. One thing with Koth is like understanding like trying to do things without Uber, like you know, trying to get positions so you're not just sitting behind your house and building the entire time, right? You should always be looking to do things and really try and set up like your soldiers for value, right? So you want to get buffs. If you're ever pushing point, like you guys can meet up behind house and whatnot, get your buffs and kind of spot where they are, and then try and walk up slope and kind of call like what's available. And you know, you guys can. I think the big thing for like good play on this map and good play in general is thinking about how can we enable our roamer. You know, like
Let's go.
calling damage, setting him up like, hey, they're close to our flank. Let's just try and like walk porch and shift on the flank to try and kill stuff right here. And then our roamer and play scout will try and like clean up and get set up here. And once our roamer has like a good spot where he can do his bomb, and then we can kind of play off it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Like if you guys
That
are
took
just kind
three
of
going.
like if you guys are start sitting behind house just waiting for Uber and then you're walking every time, you're wasting a lot of time and a lot of value,
Yeah, that especially
right?
cap time. Yeah.
Um, for like these kind of dry fights, I would say like maybe having one soldier fade is really good and one soldier commit. And you guys just kind of
Okay.
like lightly pressure, and then your medic plays the leave if you guys lose too, and then you just kind of reset. And it's kind of like those are like mini sacks almost, right? Like really good teams are really good about like we're gonna make this sack like a dry fight almost, right? And because we're in, like it's kind of like not really like playing to make every sack a dry fight, but like some dry fights can be sacks. I'm not sure if that's like being explained
I see
well.
what you mean. Yeah.
Um,
Do you think it's, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because the soldiers, but is there any preference for who's fading and who's committing during those doubles?
you just need to communicate it. Usually, who has the better bomb? Like
Okay.
if like your roamer's on concrete and they're all looking at your roamer, your bomb can go off cliff, right?
Okay.
It's like not too difficult. Um, trying to think what else. You guys have any other questions?
Um, Not off the top of my head. I feel like our process matches have gone not terribly so far,
Well,
so it doesn't feel as
how about your product matches?
our product matches. Yeah,
Um,
that's what I mean.
I could probably share like if you guys want like a more like I think Manny has a video on this map where he like talks the team throughout drills and whatnot, and he kind of talks about like comms and stuff like that. It's about like 40 minutes. I think it's pretty solid. I can share it and whatnot. if you want more information, like just about like
I mean, yeah, more
the
information
macro.
is better, I think.
Yeah, I recommend this video honestly. I think it's privated, so we can't be sharing it too much, but because
Okay.
I got that hookup, we're good to go.
Witness the plug.
Yeah, he like does like like drills kind of. But a lot of what I said, basically but like he'll say, he might add like a little bit of footnotes here and there, but I agree with what he's saying.
Okay.
Coaches resources. Yeah, so I would look at this video. I'm gonna need to go warm up for Highlander stuff.
All right. Good luck, dude.
But
All
yeah,
right.
play?
do you
Thanks.
guys do you guys have any questions? I play fucking Pudis, bro. That's just fun as
Oh
hell.
yeah.
I don't gotta try. I can just play Pudis and
Who's casting it? Can I watch?
RGL. I think is casting it. Pretty sure.
Oh hell yeah.
Because
Okay.
it's a fucking invite cast. All right, I
Good
will
luck.
see you guys later. If you have questions, just at me in Discord and we can talk about stuff.
All right. I'll
Yeah,
definitely probably have
sure.
more questions after at least one more scrim.
Yeah, me too.
Beast. All right, yeah, I'll see you guys later.
All right. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
See you.
Thank you.
All right. We will reconvene at 9:30. Whoever
Yeah.
is playing today.
All right.
All right. Bye bye.